then the other one was more of the metaphorical what's the word? You have tangible, and then intangible?
Spiritual?
Anyways, but it's when I pay for food. Yeah. You know that someday when cool stuff happens, they're gonna find these papers and they're gonna sell them for millions of dollars. That'll be awesome. It is. Never mind. Not on there. And then you guys could tell the awesome stories when I'm like dead of like the fact that I had the paper and then you can sell that paper for millions of dollars. I think we'll auction it off afterwards. Yeah, figure it out and see me afterwards. But in accomplishing your dreams, you have to fight. And accomplishing your dreams isn't going to be an easy thing. But it is those hard times that make, there's the analogy of the weaver, or the loom. You have like a piece of fabric, and a pretty picture is woven into it, and you have like the light colors that might be like pretty white flowers or something, but then you're also going to have the shadows of the flowers on things, and then those dark threads complement the rest of the tapestry. And if you don't have the dark threads, which are representative of the dark times or the struggles in life, the picture's not going to be as pretty and beautiful, and it's going to be pretty ugly and boring and stuff like that. I have cool metaphors and other things. Maybe I should keep it still. Okay. So, of the hard times in life, sometimes, for me, those things I can want to use them as an excuse for things. There's tough stuff when things happen and then you have to be a leader in your schoolwork and figuring everything out. And there's times when you have those legitimate excuses or those legitimate reasons that it is tough. And you want to say, oh my goodness, give me a break because this is like horrible. Like, why is my world flipping upside down in my last semester of high school or my last semester of my freshman year when I have finals and stuff? And you can want to, I want so badly to use that as an excuse, and I have like almost with my time teacher, please give me a break because I don't want to do this assignment because, I don't know, like, life's hard. But I created another concept, and I suppose it's a healthy concept, that those, excuses, those excuses aren't necessarily just like little bad things, but there's a fact of life that is hard. Life is hard. And so in that, you're going to have each person, and then each person is going to have like a quota or something to be filled out. And those excuses and those hard times aren't excuses, but they're unique characteristics to each person, because life's going to be tough and there's going to be hard times. So when those hard times come, that is unique to you, and that's a unique characteristic of the things that make it difficult for you. And then just to keep a positive outlook on things, because does that make sense? And when pushing to strive for your dreams and breaking down the barriers of the things that hold you back, there's a lot of times when just taking a first step to ask for something is everything. Because if you're not going to ask for something, there's a humongous chance that you're probably not going to get it unless there's like a zombie apocalypse or something where miracles happen and you like get what you want without ever asking for it. But if you ask, so simple as just asking for something, a lot of times you get it, and that's just the first step. But if that's going to happen, then you can seek for your dream, and you can strive and fight and work for your dream and never give up. And if you're seeking for your dream, then you're going to find it. And if that doesn't work, or another situation, if you're knocking on the door of opportunity and you just keep knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking, and you're not getting anything, then you're going to break it down. Like you're going to break those boards and break through those barriers to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish in life. And I just wanted to relay the message that you can do it and you can accomplish your dreams, because there is so much potential here in you guys, and there's so much potential in our generation and in our young people that not everybody sees. Because if you look at the word teenager, there's a negative connotation to that, and people usually use teenager in a negative way. It's not a word that is a positive thing. And in reality, the word teenager didn't exist until 70 years ago. Not to say that people just went to like 12 and then skipped and automatically were like 20, because that's weird. But when people in the olden days, like George Washington, grew up, they were immediately expected to perform like adults. And so with those expectations, they achieved and reached those expectations. But in society right now, we're not really expected to succeed, and so therefore we don't really succeed in general. But if you change those expectations in yourself, because you can only change what's inside you can't change the other situations, but only your reactions to it. And that's acting. Acting is reacting. If you change your expectations for yourself, you're not going to change everything else that's going on that. And there is so much potential. And I just want to get that across, that we can accomplish so much more than we think. And there is a story about elephants that are in circuses. Elephants that are in circuses. When you see them, they aren't tied up extremely securely, oftentimes, and that's because when the elephant's a baby, the owner will tie a rope around its foot that is strong enough to hold it back and then stake that into the ground, and that's strong enough to hold the little baby elephant back. And so when the baby elephant tries to escape, it can't, and its foot is dragged because of this rope that feels on its foot. And eventually it learns to not try to escape because it's not going to. So the elephant grows up, and eventually when it's an adult, all the owner has to do is just have a piece of rope with a stick in the ground. Not even tied to a tree, but just a rope around its foot so it can feel the rope. And the elephant's not going to go anywhere because it thinks that it can't. It's not going to go anywhere because it thinks that it's being held back by that little rope. And that little rope are those barriers in our life that taking the first step or asking for something or seeking for your dream or knocking on the door of opportunity, just that first step can change everything, because it might not be as daunting as it seems. That little rope might be the only thing that's holding you back, and then once you let go, it's like that floodgates of opportunity open. Yeah. That could be a song. And on barriers, breaking down those and 50, watch them. Yeah. And remember the last thing. Okay. So I'm going to break down barriers. When runners in stadiums run, everybody is running in the race, but only one person is going to receive the prize. So you have to make sure that you're going to run in order to win. So run the race in order to win. If you're going to run thinking that you're going to succeed and striving to succeed, there's a greater opportunity that you're going to succeed instead of running without thinking that you will. And we're going to break it down where you're going to get your boots again, and on one side of your board, write the things that are holding you back from accomplishing your dreams. On the other side, write your dreams. And you can draw pictures or words. You can draw words or draw pictures. And discuss things in your group. And then we're going to come back. And we're going to break through those so that we can accomplish our dreams and change the world. We're going to break through your groups. Yeah?